Okay, all intensive cave sounds, barks, and skeletal rattles aside, I don't even know where he is. I've been listening to him for a minute. We've gotten a lot of our stuff smelted down. We've got a bunch of stuff in our inventory for our next couple projects. So we're going to make two things primarily today. If we can, we're going to set up, hopefully, a little farm for our first animal. And that is going to be a sheep's. I would like to collect wool, and we can make lots of beds and head out to various areas and have little setups to where we can sleep even on the go. And for the sheeps, I just want a simple little pen. I'm going to make it out of spruce, and I'm going to have it set up. I also have a set of shears that we crafted up for this right here. All of our farms have been going pretty good so far, which means that I have a decent amount of stuff going already. I would like to just make it a little bit more functional, a little bit better. And adding to that, the ability to collect wool every day with all of these, as these sheeps eat and regrow it, will be really, really nice. I'll also be able to use it for carpets and other decorations. I actually like wool for flooring quite a bit, because if you just use the wool blocks for the flooring itself, then honestly you're set. This will be our little sheep area here. A couple doors to get in and out. We'll get some carpets on there so we can just hop over, and that will mean that we can lead some sheeps here. We have a little bit of wheat, and before I start setting that wheat up into bread, I'm going to try to lead some sheeps over here and into the pen. I don't have any actual leads. I think there's some sheep this way, though. We're just going to do this the classic way with just the wheat, if we can. Hopefully there's some semi nearby. I don't have to go too far, because this could be kind of a project if it's too far. We're not trying to make it too far much of a project, although I will take free eggs, guys. Thank you. And then once we have like potatoes, carrots, beetroot, whatever it is for the pigs, we'll come back and get them. The foxes are very cute. We have the sweet berries for them. We can technically try to sneak up and let a fox come to us. There's some dogs over here. And they won't let any sheep be around. We will throw down this boat. Get back over. We'll have to sleep real quick. I think I started this midday, which is fine. Trees seem to be treeing pretty well, except for this birch tree. I haven't had it grow yet. It's the only farm out of all the farms other than mushrooms to not actually have been harvested. But mushrooms take forever to grow, so they should just take a while. If we can find the sheep, at least 2, I will be in business. I can breed them and get at most I really just need 16 of them, 1 for each color of wool. That way we are set for all the wool shearing of all the various colors that we could want. There's also some foxes nearby. I don't know if the foxes will allow me to have sheep peacefully. All these dogs have probably also killed all the sheep. I really spawned in a hell of a biome for trying to have animals. We might have to find sheep on our own time. Because there is one other thing I would like to build. I would like to explore at some point. These are the double wide trees. That's cool. Some squids. I would very much like to explore. I just planted those. That's fine. And I was set for after I had built my next little contraption, because we are getting so many spruce saplings that we actually already have a stack in our coffers, just chilling. And I have a stack and a half in my inventory waiting to be composted. So I guess we will set up our next little contraption, which is really simple. It's going to be a chest, a composter, and a couple of hoppers. We're going to take the chests and the hoppers, and we're going to set this up right about here is fine. We're going to put the chest right here. We're going to put that hopper there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the composter and I'm going to put it right on top of the first hopper. And we're going to take our next hopper and our other two chests, and we're going to put the next hopper right on top of the composter. And the next two chests right on top of that hopper. And we'll come back and we'll make this look pretty with some leaves and some stuff later. But for now, this should be an automatic composter. Whatever we throw in here, it should automatically send through the composter and send down here and turn into bone meal. The bone meal should be automatically collected, and all I should have to do with all my excess saplings, and at some point the wheat seeds will get out of hand, and whatever else will get out of hand. Hey, the first birch tree. That's nice. So eventually I will even get too many birch saplings and too many oak saplings, and we didn't get a birch sapling back from that. This tree is so rude. I don't even want its wood. I'm just gonna plant another one, let it grow, and leave it there forever. Lock it. Cut down the rest of the trees. Never cut it down. I'll cut down the whole birch forest before I cut it down. I just replant that, and these spare 8 saplings get composted, and we already have a small amount of bone meal, and for now, this bone meal can be used to start expanding the wheat farm a little bit faster, and I can use it to make this a little bit more productive, which is going to be essentially, in the long run, really nice because we won't be living off of berries for very much longer. I assume I will have bread soon, but not too much. We're working with 12 wheat so far, so we're almost there. We're getting there. For now, this is going to be very helpful. That is going to be a great help to us to have. We will make it look pretty at some point, instead of just being a random little composter box there. For now, it's fine. You can see we've gotten a decent amount of stuff, actually, so far. We're all saved up. I'm going to put the spruces up. And we will keep the wheat in our inventory just for the simple fact that at some point we might see a chicken out and about, and if we see, not a chicken, a sheep out and about, and if we see a sheep out and about, we can actually go ahead and try to bring him home. For now, I'm going to, I think, take my berries myself, and we're going to explore a little bit, because I would actually like to see a little bit more of this area around me. And we're actually going to do something special for this. We're going to go up into the video settings. I don't know how much my computer's going to like this, but we're going to go all the way up to 32 chunks and let the game render out as far as it'll allow me to see. Because if we can see something really cool in the distance, we're going to head towards it. Just because I would rather enjoy trying to find something interesting and new. For now, though, I think we are at like 70 or something. 64. We're at level 64. Let's go grab some blocks. We have 32 chunks rendered out. We should have the farthest view distance that we could possibly have. So if we just grab a little bit of dirt here, we should be able to go up about 100 blocks or so and see a decent amount of this area. Now, optimally, I'd want to do this on top of the mountain, but I don't really feel like climbing the mountain right now. So we're just going to tower up above the mountain. We'll dig all this down, after we're done, but I want to see from up above what our area looks like and what else we can do. Maybe from here we can get a solid idea of what we want to build and where we want to expand towards. This area is rather lush with trees, so we're gonna get a lot of wood, just harvesting everything. I'm also looking for surface lava pools that I can head towards. Something simple to grab our obsidian for our portal with, because I have everything to mine the obsidian. I just need to find some. And if we could find a ruined portal from a distance and use that, that would also be kind of cool. Wouldn't be the most convenient thing, but that is absolutely awesome. We should have mined some of that amethyst and made a spyglass. We definitely have a snowy biome on that mountain peak right over there, and I can see another awesome cave over there. There's some lava right there. Everything feels so small. There's no surface lava per se that I can see. It's definitely a dry spot of it, other than that waterfall. But that waterfall will ultimately just give us one piece. We won't actually get anything too amazing from it. And there's no other biomes with different trees that I can tell, unless I'm seeing dark oak trees and not realizing it over there. I don't know. Maybe. That's kind of bushy looking. I was hoping to see like a jungle in the distance or cherry trees. Looks like we're definitely going to have to travel for a while. Another thing that I would like to have the nether portal for is I actually am quite fond of digging tunnels in the nether and just seeing what we can pop out and find whenever I build a random portal. Definitely want to try to head towards that mountain over there. That's really cool. Our mountain right here looks rather interesting. If I could get up there eventually, we could build some sort of cool lookout tower. See all this area around us on a more regular basis. Also, I like the dripstone stuff coming up right there. We might try to explore down into that too at some point. I think I do want to try to expand my tree cutting over into this foresty area to try to get a clear path of trees knocked out straight up to the mountain there. We'll try to carve a path or a road that's nice and clear. That'll give us a lot of birch and oak trees without having to wait on the little planters to grow. It's nice to have them around for when I need a certain tree type, but it's not the most efficient for a large amount of these smaller trees like that. It's really just an optimum thing for these, unless I want to use bone meal on the trees all the time. And I don't really want to spend the bone meal on the trees per se. I would like to get the bone meal from the trees. We are going to break our shovel getting down out of the sky. Okay, well, we have a good idea of where we need to dig now. I need to just take all the trees like that and harvest everywhere. Where did it come from? Alright, buddy. If you insist on coming out and all, I don't think it was worth all that. You didn't even get more than a half a heart. I don't think I'm gonna get sheep from here, so we might be at a loss with our sheep farm here. For now, we might have to get sheep from another area too. I might have to bring them from that field over there, and we might have to even create a safe path all the way there just for the work around on these wolves. Or I'm gonna need a lot of bones to tame a lot of wolves to get rid of all these wild dogs. So not all of them are as nice as you can just sit there. In my spare time, I have cleared out our next little project that I will be building out, and that is this room. This room here has actually been widened one over here, and I just kind of carved out a little area for a storage room. As much as these 6 chests are really nice, certain materials are going to fill up really fast, like the cobblestone and the deep slate as I mine, and eventually even the wood. So we're going to build a bigger storage room so we can find more stuff and acquire decent amount of more stuff without having to worry about getting it all scrambled and disorganized. Once I get organized in a world, I try to stay organized as best as I can. Eventually we'll be doing a much larger storage room than this, but to kind of just get us going, hopefully find some structures and different things like going through the mine shafts that we found and the geodes and all that. We would like to have a space to store all those precious materials, and that is going to be this room where I am going to actually put together a detailed little layout of a bunch of things. I'm going to harvest a bunch of these trees, and I will be back with you guys actually when I have a clear path to that field over there cleared and a bunch of chests for this room crafted up and barrels crafted up, because we are going to have everything kind of ready block for block, hopefully. Probably not. I have a problem with just cutting myself short just a little bit, so we're gonna try to see if we can see any sheep also. So if I see anything interesting or if anything cool happens, I'll be back with you, but if not, I will be back when we are ready to start building. And would you look at that? Would you just look at that? I cleared out all those trees, and like I just thought, I found my sheeps. So now, I just gotta lead a couple of them over here. I also found some two tall flowers over there. That's kind of nice. So now, I'm gonna grab a couple of two tall flowers. We're gonna grab just like two. So I can plant them and regrow them to my heart's content. But we're gonna take our wheat. There's so much wooden stuff in my inventory. This is a really nice little trip. But we're gonna take some of these guys. We're gonna see if I can get a few back to my little pen. If I can get a couple back to my pen, then we're in business. It should be nice and easy because all of this area is rather clear. So hopefully we'll have a straight path, no issues. My only issue is I might have to protect them from one of these wolves and foxes or something. I think I'm gonna have to do something I don't want to do and kill a fox before I bring them over here. Oh boy, can I trap the fox? I really don't want to have to. Something says he took care of himself. I cannot get back up. Nope. Denied. Stay down there just for a little while. I do have to feel sorry for banishing him, but he's gonna have to go. Just long enough for me to get these guys over here. Mostly because they're killing my chickens that I got going on around here too. I was liking the free-range eggs that was going on. That was kind of nice. Hey, there's that feather I needed for the brush, so that's good, right? We'll have to go back down into the caves and get some amethyst at some point and make that spyglass. We'll have to throw together a brush. Now, I think that's all of the hostile, friendly creatures. I should probably go to sleep before too much longer with it. But that's really cool. That's awesome. I don't see the dogs. Oh, the dogs are up there. Let's just hope the dog stays. We should be able to go to sleep, go back for the sheep, and finish setting up that, and then I should be able to set up my inventory and get back to the whole storage room project that we were clearing out wood for. This will give us a good visual on the path also one more time before we start coming this way. Make sure there's nothing else that can harm our sheeps down here. Foxes and the dogs, they're just a no-go. Not safe for sheep kind. Let's get the pennies out of our hotbar. I don't like having random stuff in my hotbar unless it's something I need. So, go back up to the second one, get his attention. Come on, buddy. You two. Both of you just... Come on. Leads. If only the traveling trader would show up. I could take the llama leads and do this for all the other animals that we're going to end up doing so much more efficiently. Come on, buddy. Okay, come on, let's just get one, and we'll get another one. Come on. Little by little. I feel like I'm too fast for these guys sometimes. Even on the leads, the leads are nice and all, but like, I think I walk too fast. I'm not even sprinting, that's the bad part. Oh. Let's not do that. Let's just go around the pit. Come on. Just kidding, buddy. I don't know where I'm walking sometimes. It's dangerous around these parts. I gotta do some terraforming. We're so close. Just a little further. Within the fence. Awesome. And we will go ahead and take these while we're here. Just take that and make some of those. And that will be our way in and out of this when we're not bringing them in and out. This rain is terrible. I do enjoy the fact that I have cleared the path to this field. We're going to explore a little bit more towards the ice and the snow over there, see if we can't find some pumpkins and some snow and whatever other goodies there are over there on that mountain. Hopefully there's some cool stuff. It's a rather cool looking mountain, so we might even have to build something over there at some point just to enjoy it a little bit more up close. Big ice castle. I keep saying that every time I see a snowy mountain. I keep saying ice castle, but I've yet to build an ice castle, so we will see. Come on, dude, you're doing so good. Come on. They're so finicky. I love them, but at the same time, it frustrates me. And just like that, we have a functional sheep farm. And we can make baby sheeps, as many as we need. Haha. Well, that's fantastic. So now we will just have to get some random dye collars and hopefully get 16. I'm going to keep 2 white ones. That way I can always breed a base collar to dye, and then we're going to get 16 others, or 15 others to... I can't see. It's not a thunderstorm. That's fine. Didn't want it to be a thunderstorm. We haven't found and grown one of those 2 tall flowers yet, but I got one of them so far. And we are actually going to take these 2 tall flowers and we are going to put them right here. 4 of them, so they'll go right here with the sunflower on the end. Hopefully that will be a nice little addition to our dyes and our colors. It will help us make one of the random sheeps we need. And we can actually take the other one that we found and make the dye for it now. And we will have our first colored sheep will be this baby one. And it's pink. We have a baby pink sheep. Now I just need every other color. Easier said than done. We'll have to find like a desert for cactus to get green, and mushroom farm is mushrooming. And if we check this dripstone, it should be dripstoning. Yeah, it is. Look at that. That's great. So, I just got to get my inventory straight, and we will go ahead and do this. I'm going to wait out the rain for us to go check out that field over there, and once I have my inventory straightened out, we'll put together a storage room. Okay, well, a new day, a new dawn, and no rain means that we can actually take a break from crafting up chests and barrels and such, and go over here and see what we can see. Just because I'm rather curious, and my curiosity has no patience. We're going to have to do something with all this space. I know there's some more animal farms to be had. I'd like to protect the chickens at some point, I guess, since the chickens seem to be in danger. We protected the sheep. Chickens aren't that important. However, they can provide us with feathers for brushes now, I guess, and food. So that would be rather good. It's a little bit laggy with the render distance up that way. There's a little cave there. I just want to see as much as I can see. It's a lot of horses. It's gonna be awesome. We get a saddle and we're set. Travel around. We're gonna go ahead and turn this down a little bit, back down to normal where it should be, just because this is taking its toll on mine. It's glitching out the mountain. There we go. Load everything back in. A little bit shorter distance. That is rather awesome, right there. Here. Ooh, okay. This is perfect. This is what I was kind of looking for on the pillar. However, this is just buried enough that I couldn't see it from above. So this can be easy to access source of obsidian. And that's exactly what we want. So I'm going to put my water bucket here. Our swap pickaxes, and this is going to be the first use of the diamond pickaxe that we've got ever whatsoever. Haven't broke a single block with it yet. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to mine obsidian until I have about 14 pieces. This is the slowest block in the game to mine, so I will spare you the excruciating pain of watching me mine all 14 pieces. But I'm going to collect 14 pieces because we will need 10 for another portal and 4 for an enchanting table. I might collect a little bit more because I am partial to having some extra obsidian for extra nether portals. But I will be back when we are done mining this. Okay, and just like that, I've left a little marker and I've got 16. I made it a round quarter of a stack, just to be a little bit OCD with it. But we are going to keep trekking over just to see what we can find. That is our nether portal set up and ready to go, so we can make that, and then I will also be able to find another diamond. So at some point I'll need to go back down mining and find one more diamond so we can make an enchanting table, We will also need to set up some of these cows as a cow farm. That way we can get a solid source of leather to make all the books for our enchanting that we're going to need. This is a really cool area. Rather like this river. That cave over there looks awesome too. All this snow is awesome. I am rather impressed with this seed. This is just a random seed. Like, I don't even have the cheats on or anything like that, so I can't give you the seed number. I kind of wish I would have actually turned them on just for that now, so you guys could check this out too. But so far, this has been a really cool world to explore. Everything that I've seen has been generated really nicely. Oh, look at that. We'll be able to save our lapis and make blue dye still. If you can make blue dye out of these, or lapis was what you used to make it out of. I believe you still can. But I'd rather save the lapis for the enchanting. So we'll collect some of those. The wildflowers, these are new. I haven't seen these too much, done anything with them, so we'll collect a few. The ones that I want are the pink petals that come with the cherry blossom trees. Those would be rather nice. We'll be needing flowers for a couple different projects. Eventually we'll get some bees from one of our oak trees. And we will also be needing them for the dyes for the sheeps. So, and Yahtzee, we found pumpkins. I knew if I head towards the ice, I would have a good time with this. So, I need to get down there, and then we'll head back towards the house and finish up our projects, because pumpkins give us the ability to kind of do what we would want to do. I'm not sure how well this will work, but we'll see. We will see. I want to test out one of the new little things, the copper golem. So we're going to put him in our storage room. To spawn him, we need pumpkins. We have pumpkins now, so mission accomplished. We're going to head back towards the house, I think it's this way, and see if we can set up the storage room. So much stuff. I don't have a shovel anymore. I can't collect any snow. That's the one. I need to make a new shovel. It's the one tool I don't have on me. But we have easy access now. A nice, smoothed out road. Debushed. Made semi-sort of safe as long as it's daylight out. Clear from mobs. So there's nothing that's going to be in a shady spot that's going to come out and mess up our world, hopefully. There's also no walking and jumping around everything all day long. It's just going to be simple, straight pathing. Hopefully that'll make it rather nice to have to maneuver. Such a nice little area. We got the stuff we need for a portal too, so that means that I should be fully in business for what we was needing. I thought I was going to have to go mining to be able to find what we were needing. So, we're going to... Ooh, it's getting dark fast. We're still just living off of sweet berries. I was supposed to be on better food like a few episodes ago, I thought. But I don't know what happened. Let's just get there before everything turns violent. That's all I can hope for. My area is not even super lit up. We're gonna have to work on some like roadage. Make something to get one of those horses. I need one more string, I think, to be able to make a fishing rod, and we can hopefully fish up a saddle. Or maybe I'll dig into a mob spawner down there in the mines. Preferably the latter. Actually, I'd take either one. Fish would be a solid source of food to live off of while using the wheat for just the animals that I'm trying to take care of. So if I could save the wheat for just them, that means I could optimally have sheep that I could just live off of. Wool I could just sleep off of forever. Build everything out of wool. But we are here in the storage room. I have 50 chests right now. I need to make all the barrels and about 10 more chests, and we will be right back. Okay, I've put together a little care package for basically the entire place. You can see I've made up a bunch of crafting tables, a bunch of storage boxes, a few different tools. We're going to do a few things. So first off, I have two things that we are going to do, and that is we're going to drop our lodestone, and it's about time that we did a floor, right? So we're going to start our floor with our lodestone specifically, and I'm going to take our door and we're going to place our door pack because we still want a good, nice, safe entrance right there, right? And now that we have our lodestone, I'm going to take a compass and country load, take me home. I'm going to make a compass that's always going to lead me back here. It should always take me right to this block right here. Whenever I go out exploring, we will take this with us, and it will always come in handy getting us back here. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a bunch of this, and we're going to go in here, and I want to give us a nice oak floor in our entire storage area. Now, this area is going to have to be taking the walls out a little bit, so I dug out the majority of it, but there's still some digging that we're going to have to do, and that's going to be all of these walls got to go. Every single last one of them. All got to go. The floor is got to go. That way we can replace it all with oak wood. The walls are all going to be spruce. And then we're going to have to make a new pickaxe according to that notification. Go figure. It's okay. Yep, there it is. I was waiting for it. Iron pickaxe real quick and continue it on about ourselves. I'm trying not to use the diamond one too much until we get it enchanted, and then hopefully I'll get fortune 3 on it and we can go nuts on all the ores. That'll be my main mining pickaxe. I'm also going to hopefully try to, as we go out, find a village so we can get mending from a villager, because honestly that would be absolutely fantastic. Or I guess if I can start fishing, I might get it on a treasure book, but the chances of that are pretty low, so I'd rather go find the village and just ensure that I can have a guy that sells it to me all the time for everything, because we're going to want that on all this stuff eventually. And that is our floor there. I'm going to have to take out this side too. Just one block over each side. And then we'll have to take out a strip. Eventually I'll have to take out all the walls around here. We'll get to that after the floor's laid, at least. I'm leaving this room a little bit unfinished. We're not doing the ceiling today, so I'm going to be redoing the idea for the ceiling design a little bit. I might do something really simple and basic, but at the same time, I just don't know. We might even make it really tall, because I have a lot of mountain to work with here. That all open. Now, if we can just lay down all of this, we should have a nice semi-bright floor. Much better. Okay. So the idea is to knock out this section here, and we're going to put in 6 barrels. This will be for just simpler things, mob drops and such, and dyes and utility blocks like crafting benches, and just extra little odds and ends, things that we don't get too much of will go in here. And the walls will have the chests, and those will be for the more, how do you say, abundant materials like the woods and the stones and the deep slates and such. There'll be a lot more of those, so we're going to get rid of this. Part of going to the nether actually means that I'm bringing back glowstone, so part of this is going to stay unfinished, and that's going to be this strip here is all going to be glowstone. Once we get into the nether and get set up, we should be able to go exploring and go find all the glowstone we need. However, for now, we are just going to do without, and that glowstone is eventually going to be the lighting for this entire room. We won't have the torches on the walls that we have now either. They will just simply cease to exist. This is actually interesting. I'm about to poke out into something right there. I'm not really sure what. I wonder if I got a little cave area, or I don't know. I was actually leaving that wall there open for expansion for the enchanting area and such, but I was also thinking about building a staircase in the middle of this room going down. Just using that wall for some of the crafting benches and such. So we have that all open, right? All of that, all the ceiling will all be glowstone. So now we can take these and just line them up. And now we have a nice chest wall. We'll do the same for this side. Hoping that this has got just enough storage to store everything we need. However, I do want in the center of this room to set up a couple copper golems, and hopefully whatever I put into their chest, they will figure out how to sort in this storage room because of the size of it. It's not too big and it's not too small for them. I don't know how they will like the amount of chests. I think they only like having 10 chests to look through, and then they get bored. But if I have 2 of them, I feel like it might be a better situation, because technically we have 30 double chests just chilling. I make more spruce planks because we seem to have run out. That's okay. We've been tree chopping. Actually, with the little data pack turned on, I really don't mind tree chopping anymore. It's actually kind of fun now. It turned one of the most tedious things about the game into something actually rather nice and fun. So now we have plenty of storage for everything. We have a few other blocks in our inventory still, so we want to grab these. And right now I have a smoker. We're going to take this corner right here. We're going to take the smoker and put it right there. And we're going to take this cartography table. This cartography table, we're going to go right here, right here. No, because it's going to face that way. So we'll go right here. Since the globe is on this side, yeah. That'll be great. And I'm going to take that and these. I'm going to place that. Can I not? with a shield in my hand. Strip a log. I cannot. That's okay. Nope, 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 one block. Strip that. And we'll take the slabs. And I'll eventually need some leather for it, but we're going to put some item frames here, and this is going to be our map table. We have a cartography table, so we can do our map making, and I actually have fashioned up our first map, and this table specifically is going to show off this area that we're building in, this mountain and everything about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this map and we're going to open it up right here, and it should allow us to venture this way, and we're going to fill it up a little bit. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to expand it, because this one is far too zoomed out, and while I can fill it up easily, that's nice, and it shows a good picture of everything and has a bunch of stuff in it. If I expand it, it'll show a lot more of our space here and everything that we have, and be a little bit less detailed, but that's okay. This is going to be our first of mini maps. So take that, ID number 1. Now we should be able to explore a little bit more of our mountain. And we'll have a full visual of our yard and everything. I'll be able to actually explore via filling in these. I actually want to get a very laid out topographical map of the entire region, and it's not just the builds that I'm trying to see from above. I am going to expand these maps once I have them filled out all the way, and fill them out again all the way. So it's going to be a very topographical, expanded all the way out view of each of our maps, which will be a very, very large portion of the world will be visible right here. It won't be the most amazingly detailed thing, but it'll be a very topographical. It'll look like you have the mountains and the biomes visible, and you'll be able to look like we're planning war or something. For now, this map is going to just stay in my inventory for when we decide to go fill it out, because right now I'm not going to fill it out. I'm going to take this and this, and we're going to add the next couple pieces to our puzzle, which is going to be a crafting table right. I think the crafting table is going to have to go right here in the corner. It'll just look like we're hanging some tools on the wall. However, the smithing table can go right here, and it'll look like it's just a little cornerstone on this. So there's a little area for you to do map making and such, and then a little area for you to do smithing and such, and a big planning board. Kind of feels off-putting. I like being able to walk up to the map part and the globe part. So we'll put the smithing table on the wall right here. And I do believe maybe we'll just take that off so we can see the top of it. And I do have a plan for right here. I want a blast furnace right there. We have not crafted up the blast furnace yet. I do believe I have to do something to still get that recipe. I'm not entirely sure. I don't entirely remember how to make it off the top of my head. I know it's iron and stone. Maybe it's smooth stone. Let's just make some smooth stone and find out real quick. The roof, I'm pretty sure we're going to make out of some copper stair blocks and such, along with a little bit of the maybe like glowstone or shroom lights, I don't know, redstone lamps. I know glowstone is just going to simply be hidden up here because it's going to be a nice ambient lighting effect, and I should be able to get rid of the torches entirely. And I want some sort of light right above the table, but the rest of the ceiling can all be copper, I think. Stairs and slabs, just kind of upside down in a nice bowl-like fashion would be nice. Okay, so yeah, there it is. And what else do we need?
furnace. That we have. Well, the furnace will have to craft, I do believe. But that's okay. We're going to have to craft the blast furnace also. Put that out. With that, we have all the smelters we could need smelted. We don't have the regular furnace in here, but that's okay. It'll keep us warm out in the bedroom. And right now, we have the ability to smith our stuff and craft our things and make our maps and store everything we could possibly store. I will probably come through here and add a bunch of signs just to label everything. I'll probably add some signs right here also, just start labeling the world. But we now have a fully functional storage room, and I'll have to get all this stuff kind of put away and organized. The other thing that we were going to do today is set up another portal, but I don't know if I have a spot picked out for it entirely yet. I don't necessarily want it to be next to our house because it's rather loud, so I was actually thinking of making our nether portal kind of over and around the corner. And that sounds kind of terrifying because we come out of the nether and it might be nighttime and everything might be trying to murder us, but that can be solved over time. But there is a little area right over here that we've passed a few times, but I think I might put the nether portal right in this area, right here. Just be a nice little viewpoint to step out of the nether and see everything's kind of serene and tranquil around here. We're going to prep the area for the portal, and then we're going to see about setting it up. I left the obsidian in the house, though. We'll just need a space kind of like that. And I'll come through and decorate this a little bit later. I'm going to clear out this. The reason that we're only going to need 10 to make our portal is that I'm actually going to leave the corners natural blocks. So we're just going to dig the frame out, and we're going to fill the frame with the obsidian and light it that way. I will also have to craft up a flint and steel still, because still? I don't know that grammatically sounds right. But that's okay. 2 different versions of the word. The English language is amazing. It's absolutely bonkers, but that's okay. We didn't make it, we just use it. Somewhere in here I have a piece of flint, and in here I should have steel, and I have no need for those 6, just these. We will make our flint and steel, and we'll replace it on our hotbar with the bucket, because right now the bucket is absolutely useless. We are going to take a bunch of cobblestone with us, and hopefully pop out into the nether somewhere safe. I've had it recently where I pop out into like a basalt delta right next to lava, and it's just not okay. I'm not going to explore the nether too much, I can't help it. I'm just going to kind of create a portal, step inside, and kind of see where we spawn out, and then we're going to step right back inside if we can, and I'm going to actually gear up for the nether, because we aren't even wearing gold yet, and that is something that we kind of want to be wearing if we're going to be living in here. I just did that, didn't I? Look at that. Okay, we're going to break the slowest block to break in the world. Got to get a chanting going so we can get that efficiency, and then we can mine this 10 times faster. Right there, that's our nether portal. Light it, and we'll light it. Now we got a nice little spawn into the nether hub. We'll be connecting everything with like tunnels and seeing what's going on. Soul Sand Valley. That is terribly awesome. Okay, well, that's deadly. So, we'll be coming back with a second shield also. Dual-wield shields. Just maybe. And we will be wearing some gold. And we will be bringing plenty of blocks to make a little fortress around our thing. We will be trying to get to 2 different levels in the nether, preferably. I might just do 1. Now that they've added netherite, I really just need to dig down to level 15 to mine it. And spot the most up there, down there at level 15. So now we have our nether portal, which means that we need a solid gear up. I need to grind out some stuff. We're gonna breed our sheep, we're gonna farm our farms, and we're gonna prepare for our journey into the nether. I'm gonna try to get some better food. We're gonna organize all of our stuff. I hope you enjoyed making this little, it's not even finished. There's still a wall that has some expanding to do, but we have some crafting stations to unlock yet. I need string to make a loom. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to still be made and still set up. We got plenty of recipes unlocked and plenty to unlock still. But I hope you guys like the crafting room. We're going to put enchanting, I think, right past it. We'll need a little doorway this way, just to have a little enchanting closet, I guess is what we'll call it. And that should be everything we need to get geared up fully in the world before hopefully going to fight a dragon. And then maybe next time we'll be able to go into the nether fully equipped. For now, I will prepare for that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have fun. Be safe. Watch out for bears. I'll see you guys in the next one.